Good evening and welcome back to the Fox Files. Thank you once again for being with me and supporting me. Tonight we will be revisiting Mother Shipton, taking a look at some of her predictions. She doesn't get much airplay, Mother Shipton, but we will give her some tonight and have a look at some of her predictions. And you yourself can make up your mind whether they have any relevance at all to what is going on in the world today. Okay, thank you.
Ursula South Isle 1488 to 1561, better known as Mother Shipton, was an English soothsayer and prophetess. The first publication of her prophecies, which did not appear until 1641, 80 years after her death, contained a number of mainly regional predictions. Did she speak about the end of the world as we know it? It all goes to personal interpretation. But these writings do exist and have for over 400 years.
I sometimes wonder, because it was 80-odd years after her death before her work appeared, whether or not it was somebody in the royal court using her so they didn't get burnt at the stake. Mother Shipton and Henry VIII were alive at the same time, and we all know his track record on people who put their thoughts out front.
And now, a word in uncouth rhyme of what shall be in future time. Around the world men's thoughts shall fly, quick as the twinkle of an eye, and water shall great wonders do. How strange! And yet shall come true. In water, iron then shall float. As easy as a wooden boat, gold shall be seen in stream and stone, in land that is yet unknown. For in those wondrous far-off days, the women shall adopt a craze to dress like men and trousers wear, and cut off their locks of hair. They'll ride astride with brazen brow, as witches do on broomstick now. There'll be a sign for all to see. Be sure that it will certain be. Then love shall die and marriage cease, and nations wane as babes decrease. When pictures seem alive with movement free, when boats like fishes swim beneath the sea, when men like birds shall scour the sky, then half the world, deep drenched in blood, shall die. The kings shall false promise make, and talk just for talking's sake, and nations plan horrific war, the like as never seen before, and taxes rise and lively down, and nations wear perpetual frown.
I think the leaders talking for the sake of talking, and the nations being unhappy with this, and their standard of living being lowered, I think is easy to see.
And Christian one fights Christian two, and nations sigh, yet nothing do. And yellow men great power gain from mighty bear with whom they've lain. These mighty tyrants will fail to do. They failed to split the world in two, but from their acts a danger bred, an ague leaving many dead, and physics find no remedy. For this is worse than leprosy. Oh, many signs for all to see, the truth of this true prophecy.
Now an ague is a malaria-type virus, obviously, creates fevers and chills. This also is mentioned in the Book of Jubilees, translated by Oxford. Remember the swamp. I'm sure that the writings of Mother Shipton were also the information held by Henry VIII's court swamp back then as well. We will do another Mother Shipton and talk about her cosmic disturbances that come very, very similar to the conditions of the younger Dryas. But we will save that and those verses for the next video. Thank you.